What is going on there, guys? I am in Buenos Aires, Argentina. First time here in Argentina, and I'm in the neighborhood called Belgrano. This is a really nice modern neighborhood. Of course, as usual, I'm here with my girlfriend, Almides. We travel everywhere together. And so if you're new here, by the way, my name is Jonathan Ellis. I'm more than a 14-year experienced personal trainer and nutrition coach. And for the last 3 years or so, I've been fully nomadic, which means I've been traveling. And over the last year or so, I've been documenting this stuff along with Almides, showing some of our travels. And so the biggest thing what I do is help you guys stay fit and live a really, really good lifestyle. If you're new here, hit that subscribe button if you want to follow our travels. Basically what we do is we just live normal life. So we go to the gym, we make some healthy meals, we explore, we do a lot of walking and a lot of hikes. So if you want to watch us do that kind of stuff, absolutely, you want to hit that subscribe. If you want to get fit while you're traveling, maybe you're a traveler, maybe you're a nomad, maybe you're even an expat, this is going to be the place for you. Make sure you hit that subscribe. Of course, I'm going to be addressing some of the most popular, most common questions that you guys have, and addressing some of my opinions of my experiences so far in Buenos Aires. Now we're on a rest day from the gym, so we're decided to go explore some of the parks. And Buenos Aires has a ton of parks. Now I just tried to do a quick Google search, and I can't find a specific number of parks that Buenos Aires has, but it has a lot. So we're on our way right now to a big lake. Amor, ¿cómo se llama ese lago? Forgot the name of the lake already. But we're on our way to a lake. We're just trying to find any excuse to get out and get more steps in. But some of these parks, I'm telling you this, guys. Dime?
Las regatas.
La Regatas.
Sí, lago de regatas.
The lake is called Lago de Regatas. Lago de Regatas. Don't know how to say that in English. But anyway, regardless, yeah, there's a ton of different places you can explore. And man, this city is beautiful. Like, there's a lot to see in the city. There's a lot of green spaces. We're actually here in the winter. So right now, at the time of filming this, we are, well, September 1st. So I'm trying something new here today, guys. Actually, I'm strapped up with the microphone. Hope you guys can hear this a little bit more clearly. Could do voiceovers again, but virtually, I tell you one thing, I'm back to doing some barbell squats, although it's not gonna be my main function or my main lift on my leg days. For those of you who don't know, that I've had a Achilles tendinopathy for a little while, and it's really not allowed me to squat heavy or anything. So my girlfriend and I were back doing barbell squats again, and I'm doing barbell back squats to a box. I just did the last 3 to 4 months without the box. They felt great. To be honest, the box actually feels harder because it's stopping me, forcing me to control my range of motion. So in this workout, I'm gonna show you a couple clips of this barbell back squat. I'm gonna show you some barbell hip thrusts, and if we have time, I'll show you, some machine hip thrusts, and if we have time, I'll also show you some reverse deficit reverse lunges. All right, guys, way too many fellas in the gym saying that hip thrust and glute exercises are just for women, just for ladies. That is some bullshit. Hip thrusts are so important to your lower body development, guys. This particular hip thrust machine here, full elevated, back elevated, glute drive hip thrust machine is my favorite one out of all. I love it. Okay, so the biggest thing here, guys, we want to make sure that we fully lock out and squeeze the glutes at the top of the movement, or else we're kind of defeating a lot of the purpose. And from there, we get a stretch all the way down, and then up, fully lock out the glutes, give it a 1 second pause at the top. And one thing I couldn't mention in that last clip is tuck your chin to your chest. What this does is allow you to scoop your pelvis or your butt under to get a stronger squeeze and contraction in your glutes. And this is the deficit reverse lunge. It's one of my favorite lunge variations, and most of you guys don't even have lunges in your leg workout. So the first thing is make sure you have at least one lunge variation in every leg workout. That would be my recommendation, and this is one of the best. Okay, guys, I'm gonna give you a quick tour of the place right now. We're just getting our food prepped up. Almides is starting to chop up the stuff for the salad. Don't mind this, we're drying clothes in this drying rack, but basically we got a little storage. We have the living room. There's an outside patio here that we haven't been doing because it's been so freaking windy and cold. So we have not been out there, even blew over the plant. We got to fix that. It was my birthday a couple days ago and Almides surprised me with some stuff. So yeah, there's balloons and stuff here. So we got the table. We got the kitchen, and we're going to show you guys what we're making. We just got back from the gym. We'll show you guys the kitchen here in a second. A friggin' good size fridge with a bottom freezer, which is amazing. Stairs, we love our split level apartments. If you guys didn't watch the Santa Marta video, we had a split level apartment, 2-bedroom apartment in Santa Marta, Colombia, if you haven't watched that. Look at this. So this is the digital nomad station over here. We just, like I said, we just did laundry, so all of our clothes are thrown about right now. Look at this, storage. Pretty cool, eh? And then we have over here, split part. This over here is a walk-in closet. Of course, this is a loft style apartment. Walk-in closet with full-size mirror. Women love that. My girlfriend goes crazy for full-size mirrors. I think every single woman on this planet does. And then we have tons of storage in here. All of our cold weather stuff, lots of stuff there. And then over here, of course, we have the sink area, big ass mirror. And in here, we have the mirror, and with a big ass jacuzzi tub. Okay, big ass jacuzzi tub with the shower with the handle that we use. We love that. But yeah, that's the quick little apartment tour there, guys. All right, guys, so we're back from the gym, had a good leg workout, feeling a little funky right now in the legs. So we're getting a post-workout meal cooked up. This is what we're gonna do with the post-workout meal. But before I get to that, there's something you guys need to know. The economy in Argentina, if you haven't heard, is in the shitter. And virtually what's happening right now is all the prices of everything are going through the roof. It's really, really a bad situation for the locals. Tourists, we don't notice it as much, but I will tell you this. Right now, I can't even quote prices in these videos right now because they are so volatile that the next time, if you come here next week, the prices might be different. That's how bad it is. Right now, if you want a nice quality whole grain loaf of bread, it's almost $10 Canadian or about $7 American, 7 and a bit American, which is nuts. Fruit and vegetable costs are really high. Meat costs are really high. On that note, if you are coming here and you're on a budget, doesn't matter if you're a nomad, if you're a traveler, if you're an expat, if you're coming to Buenos Aires on a budget, especially during this volatile time, the prices are unpredictable. Stores won't even tell you the prices because they change that much. So you're gonna have to do some hunting. We've been doing some hunting because, you know, we travel full time. So we can't just be like, make it rain, baby, all day long. We can't be doing that. We need to be wise with the way we spend money. And so, yeah. So we go to a butcher shop. We shop around the different little stores and tiendas and kiosks, places called chinos, which are like smaller little lower budget grocery stores. Anyway, on that note, that's a little tip for you guys. Things are volatile. That's why I'm not even gonna give you prices of things right now because they're gonna change. But check this out. Almides was starting this is our salad. So we have mixed cabbages with carrots, tomatoes. I have red pepper because I love it. And we have nice fresh broccoli. Please note that it is winter here right now in Argentina. Baby, enséñales. And over here, we have some fresh boneless skinless chicken breast that I have pounded down flatter. We're gonna put the breadcrumbs on it. So we're gonna do what's called milanesa, pollo milanesa. And I'm gonna use about half the oil that they normally use in this because normally it's basically deep fried. So I'm using about half the oil, maybe even a quarter of the oil in that. And then over here, we have some leftover prepped rice. This is chicken rice. I'm gonna fix this up, reheat it. What do you guys think? Looks pretty good, eh? I'll show you guys the final product. Check this out. All right, guys, this is the final product for the post-workout meal. Just FYI, we are eating 2 meals a day, so our portions are a little bit bigger right now, 2 meals plus 1 snack. You can't say that doesn't look good. So, protein, obviously, is the chicken. Fiber is the salad and the broccoli, obviously the veggies. The carbs are the rice and the breading on the chicken. So rice and the breading are the carbs, and then fats are the olive oil, sunflower oil mix we used to cook the chicken. And like I said, we used a lot less oil than normal.
Eso seguro, mamá. Que se vende.
All right, guys, I'm on the patio right now enjoying some sun. It's a beautiful day today, about 18 degrees and sunny. 18 degrees Celsius, of course, sorry, Americans. Anyway, I wanted to take a minute to answer some of your guys' common questions that you might have about this area. Once again, we are staying in Belgrano, which is an area, it's the neighboring area to Palermo. Palermo is an area that I know a lot of you, if you're looking to come to Buenos Aires, this area, that area of Palermo is probably the most popular. There's also other areas as well. Puerto Madero, Recoleta, and Belgrano, of course, San Telmo. There's lots of different neighborhoods or barrios that you can go to. Anyway, the point of this is this area, Belgrano, I'm going to speak on this one here because we're staying here. And I thought I was going to be so far from Palermo. It would be hard to, do anything, go to restaurants. You have everything that you possibly need in Belgrano itself. It's a very large neighborhood. It's really nice. What I'm going to tell you guys is that it's newer, it's a little bit more modern, and a little bit more upscale in comparison to some of the other neighborhoods that we've seen. The apartment buildings are newer. The infrastructure is fantastic in this area and in this whole northern of this part of the city. I have not been to the southern part of the city, so I can't speak on it, but on this northern part of the city, 100% the infrastructure is incredible. A question that you guys often have is how many gyms are in the area and how much do the gyms cost? Well, first thing I'm going to tell you is from a quick Google search, 20 gyms came up. Now, I will say that that also does include, like a cycling gym. There's a couple like small experience gyms, but most of them are fairly big. So at the time of this recording, there's 20 gyms in this area. The one that we're going to is called SmartFit Imprenta. And SmartFit Imprenta, SmartFit is a chain that's all over Latin America, guys. It's all over Latin America. So the one here, if you get the basic plan just for this location, it's going to cost you, at the time of this video, and the prices are volatile here, but at the time of this video, it's about $31.40 USD per month, okay? Now, I will say that's based on if you're gonna just get a month-to-month plan throughout Latin America. If you want to get, let's say short-term, their cheapest and shortest plan at SmartFit and Prenta, based on yesterday, is 2 months for 89,900 Argentinian pesos. Now, to translate that into US dollars, that's almost 100 USD for 2 months, and then that's the minimum, okay? So if you're just looking for short term, that's what you're looking to pay at SmartFit. That being said, I guarantee some of the other local gyms are going to be cheaper. I did see one the other day. Per month it was 19,990 pesos. That's a lot cheaper. That's a lot more affordable. Now, safety, that's a common question you guys have. How is safety in Belgrano? In Belgrano, I'm going to tell you this. This is the safest place I have been to in every country and every city and every town in any country I've been in through all of Latin America. It feels incredibly safe. Of course, there's going to be parts of this city that are incredibly dangerous. Like any big city, there's going to be parts that are incredibly dangerous. But especially on a Latin American level, this city is above and beyond all the rest in terms of the way the safety, the infrastructure, just the way it runs. Everything's so much more organized, way less chaotic, especially in comparison to places like Colombia that are very chaotic. Some people love the chaos. Some people love that excitement. But for me, I like normality. I like control. I like things to be very predictable. I like things to be very organized. And this place, Buenos Aires, especially in Belgrano, has organization. And just even little things, like for instance, like when you're in Colombia or the Dominican Republic, people don't stop for you on sidewalks. It's like the sidewalks, the little crosswalks don't exist. Here, people stop for you even if you're illegally crossing. And they're like, go, 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 go. And they like hush you on, they move you on. So I like that. It reminds me more of Canada. Those sort of normalizations in society remind me more of Canada. Now, this apartment here, we did find this apartment on Airbnb. Just FYI, if you look for apartments in Buenos Aires, it's probably the most difficult thing about finding an apartment, about Buenos Aires in general, is finding an apartment here. It is a kind of a complicated process. There's lots of rules around it. Every single owner has different little quirks and stuff. Some of them, it's a little bit trickier. So I recommend giving yourself a lot of time to find an apartment. You're gonna, like most countries, you're gonna pay way more on Airbnb. We went through Airbnb because honestly, we are sick of the fuss. So we would narrow in on an apartment, and then all of a sudden the owner would be like, well, no, you can't do this, or you need to do this, you need to sign this, I need you to pay this, all the money up front. And there's just all these little things, like you thought everything was going well and all your ducks were in a row, and then all of a sudden, last minute, boom, it'd be something you didn't even know about. So do your research. You're gonna get an apartment way cheaper if you don't go through Airbnb. There's some sites I'll recommend you guys to. Argenprop is one, Zona Prop is another, and those two for sure you can find apartments in Buenos Aires. All right, guys, we're on the way to the gym right now, and we're gonna get an upper body workout in now. Now, another question that people have about Buenos Aires, and I'm going to speak on the Belgrano area here that we're in, about restaurants. Are there restaurants? How much do they cost? That kind of thing. Now, I've mentioned this a couple times in this video so far, that the prices here in Buenos Aires right now, due to the economy, are very, very volatile. So on that note, I can't really quote what they're going to be when you're here, because they literally are changing week to week. So I will say this. When you go for dinner right now, you can expect to pay anywhere between 30 and 70 US dollars for, let's say, like normal price restaurants. I'm not talking about fine dining, like $2 to $3 signs, like when you go on Google or Yelp, something with $2 or $3 signs. You're looking to, for two people, you're looking to spend anywhere between 30 and 70 USD. When Almides and I went to a steak restaurant for my birthday in Palermo, that was about $38 USD for two of us to eat huge ribeyes, big loaves of bread with chimichurri and all the sauces and everything like that, plus a salad each, plus more vegetables. So it was ample food and a delicious ribeye. Like, you guys know Argentinian steak, you probably have heard the news. It is delicious. Amazing steak here. Plus we had some Malbec as well. How good was the Malbec? Super delicioso. Entonces, you guys heard her. So definitely things you have to enjoy when you come to Argentina, regardless of the place, are, vamos baby, vamos, are definitely the wine and the steak. And even for health nuts like ourselves, we still have a little bit of wine from time to time. We don't drink much. This is my first bottle of wine in 2 years, but it was delicious. And so you got to have the wine plus the steak, the ribeye. Come on, guys. Let's get it done. In terms of restaurant selection here just in Belgrano, what you're typically gonna find is you're gonna find a lot of Italian spots. So a lot of Italian, a lot of pizza. You're also gonna find a lot of parrilla, which are like grill places. So like with barbecued stuff. So if you want like ribs, if you want steak, if you want stuff from the grill, that's parrilla. And they say parrilla here. They say parrilla. It's the sha. Everything has a different accent. So it's no parrilla, it's parrilla. But anyway, yes, you can find a lot of those type of restaurants. There are some other type of restaurants. I saw a couple Arabic restaurants kind of splattered in there, but it's much different than, let's say, Colombia, which is like, you get burgers, you get Mexican, you get all the typical stuff. But so far what I've seen in Belgrano, I'm gonna speak on this one area, neighborhood on its own, is that those options aren't really here. It's more like, you know, typical food, barbecued food, steaks, meats, seafood, and most people's favorite, Italian. Not my favorite, but most people's favorite. Anyway, guys, that's a lot of my first impressions from our first week and a bit here in Buenos Aires. The infrastructure of the city is great. The city has it has a great mix of modern and classic architecture that I've never seen another city pull off. They managed to do it pretty seamlessly. It's amazing. And I love how this city has its own unique culture. And I think this might be an Argentinian thing, but it's not something I've found in other Latin countries. For instance, the coffee shop culture, and with mate, which is like a herb that they drink, and it has, I think it has caffeine and stuff like that, and there's a big culture around that. People will sit in coffee shops for hours on end just chatting, and it's very European in that way. And I think I've mentioned that already in this video. This place is very European. Also, this city is quite health conscious. There's a lot of people running, there's a lot of people working out in public areas. So if that's something you like to do, you'd like to run, the climate is perfect here for that. For a big city, the air is nice. Yeah, there's lots of public workout spaces. So if you want to work out in the park, you want to get a good sweat on, you want to go for a run, this is definitely a city you can do that. So, and in the city, you want to walk for hours. There's so much to see. All right, guys, if you have got this far in the video, make sure you hit that subscribe and then hit that bell to make sure you're notified every time I make a new post. FYI, there are going to be at least 2 more videos here from Buenos Aires here in Argentina. I'm going to be signing off on this video here, but I want to let you guys know that if you have any more questions, comments, even suggestions for me, like, hey, John, you guys got to go check out this part of the city, let me know down in the comments. Any questions, anything I didn't cover in this video, don't worry, there's going to be more videos that I'm going to be answering more of your questions. And by the way, like I said, comment down below if there is something specific that you want to know, that you want me to talk about in the next upcoming videos. FYI, I'm about to record one right now in some pretty beautiful locations of this city. So stay tuned for the next part 2 of Buenos Aires. We'll see you guys soon.